channel to see if you guys are live.
Meow.
Hey, what's up, you guys? We're doing a fucking live-ass Google Hangout.
Live-ass hangout.
Live.
I know that was very...
Are not hanging out, though.
Coming to you live.
Nice.
To the power of Google Hangouts and sort of YouTube, I
To
guess.
the power of YouTube.
You hang out.
Yeah. Do you guys know there's a parent company that owns Google?
What'd you say? There's a parent company that owns Google?
Isn't it called Alphabet?
Yeah.
Alphabet.
Sorry, I was just checking the Hangout to see if it's fine. Yeah, everything's working fine. Super Show live and on air. It's working.
So what about a parent company?
No, parent.
Oh, damn. I was really excited about a company full of like parrots running Google.
Well, no, I think it's like Alphabet Incorporated, I think is who owns Google. It's the parent company. Don't judge me for vaping.
Vape Nation.
I know you are, Rico. I know you are. You do it all the time.
So
how do you guys feel about I don't know, what the fuck are we talking about here? This is the first live one.
It is
My
the
name
first
isn't
live one.
even
It is. This is an accident. We were planning to stream a free domain movie, and we can't figure out how to stream the audio. So,
yay!
he's doing a podcast now.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out a fix for that in the future. I know there's a way to do it.
There's a way to do it. I just don't fucking know. I don't know. What's everybody drinking? What's everybody got? Brett, what you got? What you got over there?
I got Shorts Soft Parade.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. In a bottle. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley, what you got? What you got over there?
Well, for hydration, I'm drinking a knockoff version of LaCroix, and for sustenance, I'm drinking Johnny Walker Black Label, the director's cut.
That's the Blade Runner 2049.
It's that 2049 shit, bro. Sorry, ish. Self-censor. Beep. 2049. Beep, bro.
And I'm drinking.
Gotta make it advertiser friendly. I don't know.
I'm drinking Captain's with knockoff Kroger seltzer water.
Knockoff Kroger seltzer. Nice.
That's it. You're not gonna put anything else in there.
Nice.
What else should I put in there? I don't even have anything else.
I don't know. Whiskey.
I don't have whiskey.
Vodka.
I do have vodka. I guess I could have vodka and rum. Would that have been okay?
I mean, you could just put one or the other in there. Probably vodka. It's basically a vodka tonic or vodka soda. Vodka seltzer.
Yeah, I could have put the vodka in there and then maybe thrown some like grenadine in there.
Do you have any limes?
You know what? No, I don't. But I do have lemons. I could have done that.
Yeah, same thing.
It is. Well, it's lemon lime flavored water, so.
It would have been okay.
Then I don't.
I'm already halfway there.
Yeah, not unless you just want to garnish.
Yeah, what good do garnishes do?
Nothing.
They just
make your drink look fancy.
I mean, yeah, that's basically
like
it.
You're a somebody, and not a nobody.
Well, man, we are streaming on YouTube through Google Hangouts. I am not anybody.
Are you actually streaming?
I mean, it's broadcasting live, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't see your camera, by the way, Rico.
What?
Yeah. We can't see your camera.
I can't see you.
This is a test stream.
You can't see me?
No, I can't see you. It's a beta stream.
And I don't know why that is, because I can see me.
I don't know, your bandwidth maybe. I just checked again. There's basically no delay. There's barely any delay on this.
No, it's good.
And yet, when news organizations are doing their satellite feeds, do you remember from back in the day when they used to have like when we were kids and you would watch these like satellite feeds on news organizations? There would be absolutely no delay, and yet now that technology has improved. Yeah, there's interruptions. There's like a 15-second delay when they say, "So, George, what do you think about that there in Israel?" And he's like,
Oh, he sits there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Well, you know,
and I'm thinking, what changed? How did technology get worse for the companies that have billions of dollars?
because they use Skype. I mean, no, I'm being serious. They like use like, oh, we have a deal with Skype, so we got to use it in that now.
Billions of dollars.
Whoa.
They use Skype. Hold on, I'm trying to look at our YouTube on here. Oh, it's not broadcasting me. Every time I talk, it just shows my logo.
Yeah, I
It
know.
just shows the
That's
logo.
that's what we've been telling you.
I know
Just
that's what you're
entire
telling me. I don't know why that is.
And you just keep saying, "Well, I can see me," so
Well,
I'm sure that everyone else.
It must be true.
That's not how it works, Rico. We're the ones that are getting your feed. What's a better microphone placement? Like this or like this? What do you guys think looks better? Not that it really matters.
Up
Of course, if
above.
it's like this, I can come in here like this.
Hi, what's going on?
I can get all sensual.
Oh,
Uh,
I can hear you in my ears.
yeah, I really don't understand why it's not broadcasting my camera. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Logo.
Maybe you just have really bad bandwidth.
It could be. This might be just too much.
It could be your processing power. I mean, you are on a digital notebook.
There's too much.
Yeah, in fairness, honestly, Brett is probably the one that should have done this, not me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, he didn't offer, but I'm sure he would have if you had
I would've.
immediately jumped on it.
Yeah, no, he would have been okay.
Oh wow, that was a whole hell of a thing that you just did there.
I know it was a lot.
That's okay. Nobody,
I'm okay.
Nobody even needs to see me anyway. Who the fuck cares?
That's what I've been saying for the entire time I've known you.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't give a shit.
So lab rats, yay or nay, pro or con?
Like them existing, or what do you mean?
It's just like pro or con. How do you feel about snakes, specifically on planes?
Honestly, I want those motherfucking snakes off that motherfucking plane. That's just.
What's your Brett? Whoa, there's two Bretts.
There's two of me now.
Whoa, why do we have two Bretts now?
I don't know. That's weird.
Did you leave and come back in?
Yeah, I didn't mean to do
What's going on?
You left and came back in. All right, hold on. Let me try and see if I can kick. This is kind of fun. We're exploring
There,
with.
I ejected that one, so
we're exploring new territory with Google Hangouts on air.
Yeah, this is.
Well, maybe Rico. Is it possible that you can like promote Brett to party leader here? Is that a thing you can do?
To party leader.
Essentially.
I'll get us into a match.
Yeah. Yeah. Presenting to everyone. What are you presenting here?
What are you presenting? His ass.
This is so. Do you guys see anything if I do that?
No.
No.
What the fuck? What? I don't know what's wrong. There's no reason for this. Here, I'll stop presenting.
Whoa.
What if I just give you one of these, huh? Just give you one of those. Wait, so how do you like this group chat here? This is our chat. Like you can't see the chat in like the channel. I don't know. I want to explore how this works because I've only ever watched live streams. I've never been a part of one.
I don't know. So I just opened the chat.
Yeah.
The chat.
What is that chat?
Hello.
Let me just.
That's our chat. So the one that's in the Hangouts is our chat, but
So the one that's in the Hangouts is our
If you
chat,
look at YouTube,
not the chat. So that's the chat,
yes,
and this is
this is our
our
chat
chat.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not being
Okay.
broadcast to anybody.
that's not helpful.
Okay. Well, that's helpful to us as the people in the chat.
I guess, but
Well, if you want to see the shitposting and interacting, you just got to go to the video and
Yes.
mute it.
which is, come on, please.
You got to do top chat. Top chat to see the most recent one. So that's what they were talking about. Okay, I saw a bunch. I was listening to. I've been listening to a lot more live streams these days. Because there's this guy goes by the name of Tonka Saw, who does essentially a morning show. It's like a morning radio show on YouTube. It's called the Morning Kumite. And it's basically just like morning zoo radio, except there's a lot of it's very un-PC. It's very fun. But they host this thing called Internet Blood Sports, which is it's basically just yelling matches. It's very fun. It's very fun. Some people go on there thinking they're about to engage in intellectual debate when it's both really it's just a screaming match. That's all it is. Hey, there we go.
Ayo.
For whatever reason, he checked me the fuck out.
There you go.
We can see you now.
You can see me now? Oh,
Yes.
You can. I don't.
Now you're frozen.
I don't know what happened.
Did you?
No, there we go. I don't know what I did. I fixed it. I don't know how the fuck I fixed it.
No,
Magic.
You didn't. You kind of fixed it, and now you're frozen.
Oh, now it went back.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
This is. I mean, it's all experience.
No, now it's back again.
Not for me.
It's going. I can see it on my end. Like I'm watching the chat on my phone.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
It's working now. Oh, it just keeps dipping in and out.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I wonder if I just
These guys suck. Hey, yes, they do. Mr. Highland 333. Dude, you're I gotta ask you, Brett. So you're Highland 333, right?
Yeah.
It's just 3 threes, right?
Yes.
So that's your Xbox handle. That's your YouTube or Google account name. It's your Steam name.
Yes.
Is that also every other account? That's just like the one that you've made since. That's what we talked about.
Pretty much.
Let's talk about gamer tags and how we discovered them. So Brett, how long have you had a Highland 333 as your gamer tag?
Holy shit. Probably for like over 10 years, maybe.
Damn, son. What?
Like my first like gamer tag would be.
Oh, here we go.
Would be
Here's the cringe.
No, Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah. That was given
to me.
What?
That's pretty. I like it. I like it. Young boy
like
cringe.
back in the day of like when the first like Rainbow Six game came out.
Okay.
And
so this is after the 1.6 days. Counter-Strike 1.6.
Yeah, but like me and my brother used to play Rainbow Six online.
Okay.
Using GameSpy, I think it was called. Yeah.
Damn.
So I couldn't think of a name. He gave me like Snake Eyes because like when we were kids we'd play G.I. Joes and my favorite character was Snake Eyes.
Okay.
So I just used that.
All right.
Then I switched to Highland 333
because of your love of Zelda.
Yes. Not that creative, so not that creative, but whatever.
Well, what other gamer tags have you had throughout the years? Just like any random ones.
I had a Green Man.
All right, I like it.
And I think one other was like Green Dragon or something.
Green Dragon.
Yeah,
okay.
That's when I was in like middle school.
Okay. I like it. I like my brother-in-law's gamer tag is E-Man Rael.
E-Man Raelp?
Ray Alp, yeah. That's just player name backwards. Because yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, there are people that see it and they're like, wait a minute, what the hell? Except his PlayStation Network tag is Scubs. Because when he got his PS3 and you had to set up your PlayStation Network ID, he was trying to set it up, but he just didn't feel like thinking of anything creative for his gamer tag. So he tried to type Scrubs, but forgot the R. So his name is Scubs.
Scubs.
And you know what? It's a catchy as hell gamer tag. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, because
Scubs.
I mean, Scubs. It sounds like it reminds me of what's that movie with the fucking dinosaurs? We're Back.
Oh yeah.
Like the night that fucking clown was like Stubbs or something. Stubbs the clown.
I always just think of and this is like my general rule now. Like, not that I've had to think of an actual gamer tag since Johnny Hatman, but whenever I think like character name or like gamer tag when I'm hopping into a thing and I just want to change it, what is going to be the most infuriating / hilarious thing to say I got killed by? That's pretty much it.
So I mean, naturally Johnny Hatman is up there. Like,
yes.
Well,
damn it, Johnny Hatman.
Well, that came about because my brother-in-law, I got my PS3 and I was trying to think of what gamer tag I wanted to name myself, and this was like back in 07. And I was like, I don't know, this is an important decision. He's like, no, it's not. Why don't you just call yourself Johnny Hatman? Because I had a bunch of hats back in the day. I used to wear hats. Rico knows.
Yeah, he did frequently.
All the time. And I had a huge rack of them on the back of my door. And so he just pointed to it and said, why don't you name yourself Johnny Hatman? And so I did, and it stuck, and it's been Johnny Hatman ever since. Before then, it was Leon Saves the Day, which was because of Leon from Resident Evil. And then I changed that later to Leon Saves because I liked the idea of picturing like Leon on a cross as like the spray in Counter-Strike with the tagline underneath it that just said Leon Saves. I thought that would be fun.
Leon Saves sounds like a prog rock Christian like band.
Yes, it does. That's why I thought it was hilarious. But
Leon Saves the Day sounds like what we would have named our band back in like fucking 08 when we were doing that.
First off, brother, Leon Saves the Day is a much better name than what we actually named our band.
Oh my god, dude! Literally anything is scores above This Motion's Motion. Because that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
It's about to not
motion.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do everyone a solid right now. There is. See this? See this, guys? See this? That's an external hard drive. That is an old external hard drive.
Oh, do you actually have the sound?
Oh boy.
The recordings, if you want to call them that.
I mean, they were recorded, technically.
Oh, I just gotta find a cable here that can fit.
Sure, we recorded them in the most hackneyed way possible, but they were in fact recorded, and we were almost okay enough to make it into Macomb's Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. Now the sad part is that we were almost okay enough with the quality of the CD. Like the quality of these recordings was burned onto a CD, and we gave these to the people, and they almost
we almost made it.
Wow.
Which means there were people that were worse than us.
Damn.
Oh, come on, where is it?
My wife was in a
band
somewhere. She won Battle of the Bands at The Hayloft. I think there was a Battle of Bands at Hayloft, and she won that.
Oh well. Yeah, well, we were not getting into the fucking hayloft.
I mean,
I did with our singer like one coffee shop set one time. That was it. Um, I think there were other people that were playing there that day. I don't even really remember. Wesley couldn't go for some reason. Probably, honestly, Wesley probably could have gone, but he was smart enough to just say, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm not going to that."
chose not to. I could have gone. I
You
would have
you
gone.
really should
I
have.
chose not to. I didn't even tell you I couldn't go. I just said no.
No, I'm not going.
Like
Nope.
I don't know why you're pretending as if like I was committed to that band in any way, shape, or form.
No, why would you have been?
Oh, I don't have them.
No.
No, I
Ah,
don't have them. Hold on.
I have them on a CD, but the problem with this little Chromebook is that
Damn it.
the you know it doesn't have a CD drive, so I need to figure out a way to put those onto something so that I can like share those.
I mean, do we need to? Do we need to really?
yes, we
Um,
do.
no, I think they're bad and embarrassing enough to share them with people.
Okay.
Um, I wouldn't be sharing it because I was proud. Far from it, far fucking from it.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
sort of
be I would be sharing those because that's like nobody can shit post better than myself. Like for
is that
us,
is that a challenge?
I mean, like I don't know, man. It's not really a challenge. Like I'm not saying like please shit post better than I shit post myself.
I mean, I can if that's what you'd like me to do.
I mean, you could, you could.
I'm not going to. That takes a lot of time and effort that I really just don't feel like putting in.
Right. That's what I mean. Like I could shit post better than because I'm willing to put in the effort to shit post myself. Why? Because I have no self esteem apparently.
Hold on.
I'm drinking this awful fucking seltzer water and rum. What is wrong with me? It's
You put
terrible.
rum in your seltzer water?
Why
Yeah,
would
that's
you
what I told
put
you.
rum?
It's
Why?
it's Captain's and seltzer water.
Who
Ew.
gave you the idea to put vodka in your seltzer water, which would have made sense?
It would have made sense, but the problem is I had already done it. It was done. I made it.
Oh,
Rum and seltzer. What the? Ugh. Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, it just tastes like watered down rum.
you're not. You're not. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, it is watered down rum. That's literally what it is.
Ugh.
I'm trying to think of what the I don't know. What did you say? There was something there's because like talking about the Logan Paul stuff. That's not the newest Logan Paul drama to talk about is the fight. That's
Sound really crackly, Wesley.
is that me
Yeah, you sound crackly.
crackly, huh? Hold on.
Yeah, little bit, little baby bit.
Is that better?
Little crackly going on.
Is that better?
No.
It's not.
And also, Rico's video paused. Rico, please.
Is that better?
No, it's not. Hey, Brett, what? I got an idea. I got an idea here, Brett. What do you
How about
say
that?
to me fucking off on this stream, and you doing it?
Fine.
I don't know how you're gonna do that though.
Oh,
Now
now
you're gonna-
now his audio's good. What did you? What
Now
did you?
his audio's fine.
I just refreshed my microphone.
Oh,
Rico, I have an idea. Go into your settings and refresh your camera.
well, that's what I've been doing. That was get rid of that. Where was that? No, not that. That one. All right, hold on one sec.
I'm back, guys.
Turn it off. I'll turn it back on.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
That worked.
Okay. Oh, I might just have to keep doing that.
Yeah, I think though definitely in the future, Brett should do it.
I should do it. Yeah. Sorry.
And the only reason is because his processing power is actually good.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I thought I could handle this. My internet's fucking amazing. It's just that the processing power on this is like, this poor thing.
Well, because it's basically it's not made to do anything other than Word documents.
Barely that.
And it doesn't do a very good job at that either.
No, because it's all Google Docs.
Yes, it's Google Docs, which is what I hate Google Docs. I
fucking hate it too.
Which is hilarious because we're using a bunch of Google shit right now.
Well, that's fine. It's just I don't like Google Docs. It's like a watered down version of Word, and I'd rather just have Word.
I like Google Drive. I think that's fine. It's better than Dropbox, personally.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Google's got some good stuff. It's good. It's good for what it does, I guess. Yeah, fucking Logan Paul though. You mentioned something about that.
That was the most ridiculous non sequitur I've ever seen. You fidget spinning son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, I don't want to sit here and like shit post and semi shit post Google.
Why is he so round?
You know what's hilarious? You're spinning fidget. I'm vaping. Brett, you got to do something that's like out of date. You got to do some dead meme.
Yeah, dead meme.
These are both dead memes.
Move your MCR poster.
Actually, what is this?
What is that? Tide Pod.
Yes, dead memes. All right. Perfect. Eat one. Eat one on stream.
Okay, sure.
Get us all the views.
Why is this? Look how okay, wait, hold on.
Those things, they feel really like fragile, like just jelly bubbles, like they're gonna explode all over the place.
Yeah, because they're water soluble, dude.
Well, I know, but like
this one, I'm afraid to open because it's kind of expanded in there.
Well, just eat it.
Is that one of those free sample ones?
It's a free sample one. It's like, I don't know if I can open this.
See, they want you to eat it. They wouldn't call it a free sample if you weren't supposed to.
I'm afraid to open it. It might explode all over.
No, it won't. That's the thing. Mine was like that too, because I had it for like a year. But I wanted to make it explode, so I started throwing it at things. And
why would you want that shit all over the wall?
Rico is one of those guys who just wants to watch the world burn.
What's wrong with you?
Also, is it really that bad? You're throwing soap on the wall. It's like...
See, the thing is, I do really dumb shit, and then after I do it and it's made a mess,
you regret it.
I go, why did I do that? That was such a bad idea.
You know
have I ever told you the story of my general curiosity of me as a child? My parents, for some reason...
Oh, your first gay experience?
No.
You can't set me up for that and then get disappointed when I tee up.
Oh man.
I'm disappointed in me. I'm disappointed in me because
you come here and you say, "Did I ever tell you about my curiosity as a child?" ... What do you think is gonna happen?
Exactly.
It's my bad. It's my bad, and I say it, and I go, "I'm fucked" because Wesley's gonna say something. And then you do.
You got to finish your thought before he gets in there.
So, or you just word it. Phrasing. I'm gonna get a soundboard that you need for this. This is what you should do. We'll call it every Thursday night. We'll just do a live YouTube show, and we'll call it the Dead Meme of the Week.
Dead meme.
We'll just pick a dead meme, and we'll.
Hey, somebody's commenting on the YouTubes.
What?
Somebody commented on our YouTube, and they said hello. So hello, person. I'm waiting for this fucking thing to load.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
On our YouTube fucking chat, we got someone who said hello.
I'm not monitoring the chat. That's not my job. That's your job as the fucking showrunner over here.
It popped up.
Is it Mr. Highland 333? Because that is Brett.
No, it's Abraham Aguilar pass. I do apologize if I just entirely misinterpreted and did not pronounce your name correctly.
What
Um,
are you? What? What are you looking at? Did you hold these comments for review?
They keep popping up on my shit, man.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, no, that's fine. But if you're holding them for review, then we can't see it. No one can see
I'm
them
not holding
except for
anything
you.
for review, you fucking asshole.
I can't see it on the video.
Well, who's the fuck? I don't know. That's not my fault. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay.
Sure, blame your own ignorance for you being so ignorant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm blaming my own damn ignorance for being. There's a story I was going with somewhere, and you
ended up
shit.
derailing
someone said something.
Yeah.
I got really excited.
Oh, I see someone. I see someone said hello.
That was me.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. I fucking.
You're losing your goddamn mind.
Are you sure you're reading the right thing? Because I'm not seeing anybody chat except for Brett and I.
I don't know how to share the chat with you guys.
No, I'm on the video. I'm on the live video, and there's no one in the chat other than Brett and I.
What the fuck, man?
Well, no, was 3 people watching. Now there's 2, and that person went away, and their chat is not appearing at all.
No, it's not fair.
No.
I don't know where they commented. I swear to God, it was there.
It might have been, but go into the settings for the okay, so not the actual Hangout, but like the settings for the Hangout on the YouTube dashboard, the Creator Studio.
Okay, so
that should be in a different tab.
I'm waiting for it to pull. And while I'm waiting for it to.
Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about. Brett, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I don't see what he's saying.
Yeah, so you're with me.
I'm on YouTube watching us.
Yeah, you can only see you and me.
Yeah, I can only see those.
I have no idea what's happening. This is a feces show, as they say in Uganda.
This the fuck? That is garbage.
Dude, I gotta shave.
I know the way.
My people know the way.
Oh God.
So how do you guys feel about Wakandan Knuckles? Do you think that's a normie meme? You think Ugandan Knuckles is a normie meme now? Is it stale? Is it dead?
It's dead.
Yeah, I think it might be dead. Yeah,
it's dead now.
I think it might be dead. I think it's pretty dead. It's still funny to me. And I think it's only really funny at this point because it annoys people.
Just for annoying sake.
It's not.
Rico's still losing his mind.
Rico, why don't you share your screen? Why don't you see if we can help you? Why don't you see if the people? Let's outsource this.
Yeah, see the people that you're talking to. These magical people.
You know what it is? They might be the voices in his head.
But the thing is though, I can't.
You can't what?
Okay, no, I swear to God. Here, look, no. I'm gonna take a picture of it because it popped up. I'm gonna fucking take a picture of it and I'm gonna show you.
All right, I got my phone. I'm waiting for it.
All right,
I'm waiting for it.
Okay, and now I'm gonna send it to you in the fucking YouTube chat.
I think you
not YouTube chat,
lying sack of shit.
No.
Oh, you mean the Facebook thread?
I sent it to our Facebook thread.
Oh hey, oh my God, I love you.
Oh my God, I love you, Abraham Aguil Paz.
So I'm not crazy. I don't know how to view that though. I don't know where those are from.
Because let me just do a thing. Let me just do a thing
that's not for the chat. I think that's for our channel.
Yeah, that's not on the chat.
I think that is for
you 12 hours ago.
Like you think that it's just
go to your creator dashboard.
Let me switch accounts and then go.
Oh wait, you are right. Where did that come from?
That's what I'm saying.
Because when I click on the notification,
Hello?
it brings us to the live stream.
Oh. Said hello, question mark, OMG, I love you. Abraham Aguilar Paz.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand where that chat came from.
We love you too, Abraham. Come back.
I don't see. I'm trying to find this guy. Filter by channel.
I don't understand. I don't get it. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Oh, you chatted about boobs.
Well, thank you, Abraham. Thank you.
I was just burping.
Okay, so I had a story back then, and Wesley interrupted me because I think we were discussing how stupid of a child and naive I am, and just want to watch the world burn.
I thought you were talking about your first gay experience.
No, I was not talking about that. You fucking.
Well, I think that would be a more interesting story. Why don't you talk about
you
your
know
first
what?
gay
You know what,
experience?
Wesley? When I have my first gay experience, I will tell you about it. I will tell everybody about it.
Wesley would be the first to know.
He would be the first to know. Well, I don't know. You might be the first to know, and then Wesley.
Why you gotta run it by you gotta run it by Brett to see if it actually was a gay experience before you tell me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because like you would just automatically assume that it was.
I mean, if you see all right. It's pretty easy to define a gay. All right. Anyway, you had a story that you were going to.
Yeah.
Why is that not showing up? I don't understand why it's not.
It's weird.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why it's not showing up.
Maybe they deleted it. Can you delete a message that you put?
I don't think so.
You can remove your own message. Message retracted. But at the same time, it says message retracted.
Right, and I don't think it was.
Are you sure it happened?
I just showed you the fucking picture of it.
Yeah, but I
mean
I've seen that you can fake pictures. I have, Photoshop. You can even fake video. Deep fakes, bro. You can fake porn.
Yeah, but you think I can fake it with my setup, man? You think that's the thing I can do?
See, that's the sleeper hit. You're pretending you can't fake it because you actually I don't know. You had a story. Tell your friggin' story.
Here's a story.
The story was my parents, for some reason, when I was a child, not even a child, honestly, I think it was like 6th or 7th grade. It had to have been 7th because it was at the new house. 6 was, that's not important. I was in 7th grade, and my parents, for some reason, had a mercury thermometer. And I was a fucking idiot. And for some reason, there was a candle burning in the bathroom.
Okay.
And I stuck the mercury thermometer in the candle because I wanted to see how hot it would get. And the fucking thing blew up.
First off, I gotta stop you here. That is not a dumb thing to do. That's called a science experiment. You, my friend, you were experimenting with science as a child. There's nothing wrong with that. That is probably something I would have done. That's why I'm defending it. Sticking a thermometer, a mercury thermometer, even just a regular thermometer on a candle to watch it get hotter. Like, you
well, the thing is, I didn't know that it was mercury. So it exploded, and this like metal substance came out and like beat it all in the candle. And I was like, oh, that's probably a problem. And then I brought the thermometer to my mom, and I was like, hey, was there mercury in this? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, there isn't anymore. It's in the candle.
How old were you?
I was in 7th grade, man. This was
you said 7th grade. Okay.
Well, I was like at least 11 or 12.
First off, man. Here's my thing. If that would have happened to me, my first reaction, because I was probably dumber than you were, my first reaction would have been, oh my God, I'm going to get superpowers. But the fact that didn't happen to me, it happened to you. Why you wouldn't. I'm confused at how you wouldn't know that would have been mercury. What color?
Well, I mean, you can't. I thought it was like just a regular ass thermometer. Like, I was smart enough to know as a kid that they didn't make mercury thermometers anymore, and that it was like toxic. But I was not smart enough to know that the I don't know thermometer that I had contained it.
Well, I think it's a pretty reasonable assumption to not to like your first thought shouldn't be this thermometer has mercury in it, because why would you assume that?
Yeah, and it wasn't until that it exploded and then started to beat up that I was like,
you're like, this is wrong. Nothing about this is
right. Shit. The Terminator from Terminator 2 is released.
Well, dude, I was a fucking naive child. I didn't see the fucking Terminator. I didn't see Terminator until like recently for the first time.
I gotta veer off Terminator for a second. What's with the alien on your closet door?
The alien? Oh, that little alien head. I got that on vacation one time as a kid. I don't even know where the fuck I got it.
Is that a mask?
No, it's just like it's just a stuffed alien head. Like
a little pillow?
Yeah, it's kind of like a tiny little pillow. It's just this. I don't know where I got it from.
Looks like a green radish.
Is there a date on this?
Why would there be a date on a pillow?
Well, I don't know.
Was this constructed?
Like, pillows are like wine. They date them. they get better with age.
You gotta smell it. Smell it, waft it.
Swish it around in your mouth.
Yes.
I mean, I've had this thing for so long. I have no idea where I got it from. I know I got it on vacation, but like, where did I get it on vacation? When?
It looks like something out of a claw game machine or something.
Yes,
it could have. It easily could have been.
Dude, hey Rico, put your stream hat on. We're streaming right now.
I don't think it's up here. I think.
All right.
I think I actually used the streaming hat when it was like, because it's like fucking winter here. I think I actually used it outside.
When you say, wait, what is this? What is this winter you speak of?
Oh, we'll see. In Michigan, right now it is currently winter. But don't worry, in 2 days from now, it'll be spring, and like the blizzard that it's currently going on, everything will be melted out there.
Oh, winter. You mean the time of year when it gets absolutely comfortable. And it's at the lowest, it's like 50 degrees. You got to put a light hoodie on.
Well, maybe for you out there.
That's what I know. I mean, it was like 60 today. It was nice. I was wearing shorts, t-shirt.
Oh, it was 60. It was 60 yesterday.
Yeah. Then it was raining this morning, and then it snowed.
Snow. Is that the hard rain? The rain that gathers?
Yes, the rain that gathers.
It was pretty hard, actually. Yeah.
The rain that piles up. Okay, I vaguely remember this rain.
Yeah, it was like raining a Slurpee substance out there.
Can you scoop it up?
Was it red or blue?
It was gray.
Yeah, gray.
Gray flavor.
Is it? Wait a minute. It just went from okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. They have 3 likes and 0 dislikes. I just hit dislike. And then now there's 2 dislikes. And then I hit like again, and now there's 2 likes, and now there's 3 likes. What is happening?
Okay, so maybe there's just a problem with the stream.
Maybe Brett, there's a problem with the stream, and maybe
Brett, did you take that hat off and then put it back on?
Yeah, because we had to put stream hats on.
Yeah, stream hat.
I put mine on. He put his on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't have a stream hat. I got.
You do.
What the hell happened to your stream hat?
I don't have it up here. It's
why?
Because he used it
because it was cold.
I got.
Good lord.
Here, I got. Here.
This is why nobody's watching.
Exactly.
Obviously.
I got a dusty old hat right here. Just put that on.
What is that?
It's just it's a hat.
What is that from Camp Lame?
Yeah. No. It was I think this was like part of my Pokemon cosplay or Pokemon trainer. So it's like the little like leaf signia that like Red has.
Hi guys.
Is that the lady trainer?
No, what? No, Red's like the original fucking
Oh,
trainer.
now he's serious. Now he's turning it backwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it backwards on the headphones here. That's that
There
was
you
like
go.
a fucking
Now it's
that's douchey.
for fucking real.
That's douchey.
You guys want to see the best the best merch of any YouTuber in the world?
I mean, yeah, I do.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you in the chat.
Which chat? This chat?
Nah, the stream chat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Alien.
Oh God, Alien.
Elvis the alien. He's a pretty good commentator, and he's got the best merch I've ever seen. There's so many of these shirts and hats that I want to buy.
Oh, actually, I really like that Binary Boy tee.
Dude, yeah, I like the photoshops over top of the pinup girls. Those are great.
Yeah, oh fuck, these are actually pretty cool.
I'm telling you, dude. Elvis the alien. He's good stuff. You should watch him if you don't. I feel like you guys would really like him actually. His merch is fantastic.
I'm not gonna pay $25 for a T-shirt because you know I'm what's that word poor, but
see, I in the same way that I would support Ralph Seppi if he had fun merch, I would support Elvis.
Oh my god, the Disney one. When will I be happy?
Oh Christ!
Which one is that? Which one is that?
It's got Mickey, like a skinny Mickey Mouse with a shitload of money, and like, yeah, if you click View All.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When will I be happy?
Like, see, it's just like he's got a lot of different designs too. That's the thing.
Oh fuck!
When will
I almost wish I had an iPhone just so I could get like this phone case.
That T-shirt is definitely worth $25. I would say.
Yes, I would say so too.
When will I be happy? That's.
I'd wear the baseball sleeve. I like that.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, see, that's what I'm saying. You talking about merch machines, you know, like the friggin' Logan Paul, Jake Paul merchandise. It's stupid crap. It's just crap.
I gotta look at it.
What? The
how
Maverick
do you feel
merch.
How do you feel about Bobby Burns'
I don't think I've ever looked at his merch.
It's basically just like basic stuff, but his merch says influencer on it.
Oh, so he's mocking. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I'm more willing to grant the parodies of other people than I am for people. Like, I don't know if you saw the iDubbbz Rice Gum takedown, but when he had like the merch that said sheep instead of Supreme, like, I like that more. But at the same time, the reason I like Elvis the Alien's merch is that all these designs are original.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually cool.
These are actual designs. They're not just a slogan that they said in like a quote from a video or anything. These are actual designs that an artist puts together. I think he does. I think he designs all this stuff. I'm not sure though. The thing is, this reminds me, like, remember when we were kids and we would do it reminds me of like the Toy Machine skateboard company designs.
Yeah.
Like that kind of skateboard style.
Yeah.
And that's I think why I like it so much.
Yeah, nobody really sells that kind of stuff anymore, and like, I don't know if it's just like out of style now, and it'll be back in cycle in like another like 10 years or so. Well, I don't know. Actually, it should be coming back in cycle now. There's like a 30-year cycle, and fuck, man, we're almost 30. Well, I'm gonna be.
Thanks for that depressing note.
Yeah, I'm already 30. Thanks.
I'm gonna be 30.
Welcome to 30.
I don't want to join the 30 club.
Wow. Look at this. We're on a YouTube live stream talking about how depressing it's going to be 30 years old.
It is depressing, man. Why? It's like Jesus Christ. I'm going up on 30, and I feel like I have accomplished nothing in my life.
Well, that's because you have accomplished nothing in your life. Thank you very much.
I know that's the problem.
Why am I getting texts from people I hate?
Congrats. Congrats, you have done nothing.
Dude, that's what it feels like. And like the thing is, though, like I know that I have, but it feels like I've done literally nothing with my life.
Well, see, I've gone skydiving. I've taken many trips. I've traveled to 3 different countries. And yet I work at a moving company, so there's that.
Well, I mean, like maybe that's the difference. It's like you've done all this like exciting shit, but like
it's not really that exciting because when you take a 2-week trip to Japan, and then you spend 2 years not doing anything fun, it's like in retrospect, is that really that exciting? It's a 2-week vacation.
I mean, hey, 2 weeks worth of vacation is more vacation than I've had in.
Well, you went somewhere.
It's true.
Besides the U.S.
This stream is getting so depressing that I don't think you should save it.
Yeah, this is a fucking depression stream.
This is sad. You should set this to private and have it like a Patreon reward for later down the road. It's like if you wanted to see us depressed, 3 years ago, fucking have that shit.
Hey, guess what's changed in 3 years? Literally nothing.
Hey, you don't know, man. You might have our 401ks and our Roth IRAs and anything else that ends in A.
Hey, man, I have a Roth IRA that I dump money in.
Breaks.
I don't actually know what a Roth IRA is, if I'm being honest. Investment retirement A. What's the A stand for? Ass face?
It just stands for account, right? I don't know.
Oh, well, I don't know. All I know is that AR stands for Armalite, not assault rifle.
What about marmalade?
Nothing. This is slightly topical, but we're not going to get into the controversial aspect. AR, you know how everyone says AR-15s? Oh, they're scary. AR does not stand for assault rifle. AR stands for Armalite. Armalite is the company that made that design of rifle in 1950.
Well, I'm going to take this really off topic and say that Armalite sounds like a new Pokemon.
Does it not?
Armalite?
Yeah, Armalite.
What does it evolve into?
It evolves into carbonite. Armalite. Armalos.
I'm trying to think of like a bad pun, and I can't think of anything because it's too fucking late. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm tired as shit. I can't think of anything like stupid and topical. Like what does Armalite turn into? It evolves into like 17 dead kids. That's what it turns into.
Oh, jeez.
That's what it turns into.
I mean, hey, that's a pretty good evolution.
It's like that. There's a Pokemon that is like 100 human souls bound to a fucking rock.
That's
a philosopher's stone. Come on.
Who designs this shit?
I don't know. It's
like remember back in the day, like the original 150 Pokemon, like not counting Mewtwo, 150, the original 150. Well, I guess that he was part of the 150. The original 150. It was all like standard shit. Like there was like, oh, here's a rock that has a face. Here's a magnet that floats. Here's a mouse that plugs its tail into an electrical socket and goes. Bzz. Here's a turtle that squirts crap. And then you get to Mewtwo and they're like, this one has psychic powers and it can read your mind. And then like the next 100 that they add, it's a little more the same, but it's kind of whatever. And then like eventually they're at the point where, oh well, what kind of Pokemon can we make? Let's make one that's actually God.
Yeah, Arceus.
Why would
or a
how
lamp.
does that even work? Like just it's actually they ran out of ideas, so they're like, what Pokemon can we do? What is the only thing we haven't done? Oh, let's turn one into God. Because that makes sense.
It's literally God. Arceus, or Well, they pronounce it Arceus, which is just fucking stupid. It's Arceus. Yeah.
Could you say that? Would you say that pronunciation is Arsenine?
Yeah, it's Arsenine. Absolutely Arsenine.
Oh, it's a good thing we didn't have any viewers because we would have lost them with that one.
Woo!
We already did.
Some of the Pokemon designs, I mean, not that like the original ones were that better too. I mean, it's like, oh, well, it's a ghost lamp. That's fucking stupid. But at the same time, it's like, well, that one's literally just a fucking ball.
Well, what about the unknowns, where it was just 50 different?
It wasn't 50. It's an alphabet. There's 26.
26. What the fuck ever. It was 26 different shapes
well,
of the
maybe
same
28 actually, because there's the question mark and the exclamation point.
Do you even realize how much time I wasted trying to catch all of them? And it did absolutely nothing for you.
No, except for fill out the Pokedex. And you know what I just discovered? Because I'm playing through Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. One, I don't remember which I have. What do I actually have?
Of course you are. And you
Ultra
wonder
Moon.
why you're almost 30 and you feel like you've done nothing with your life.
You think that might be it, Rico?
Pokemon. Blame Pokemon. You could probably sue Nintendo if you really wanted to.
I've done nothing with my life because of you bastards.
You
keep dumping out new fucking games, and then you throw out new fucking Pokemon. No, of course I gotta play it.
If you really want to get the courts, the public's favor, you just have to liken Pokemon to digital nicotine.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Should I associate it with school shootings?
Maybe. But then Trump actually might take your Pokemon away.
Oh, I don't want him to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Which, speaking of which, not to get into politics, but holy crap.
Are we back in 1995?
Dude.
Did we go back in time?
No. When he said with those lawmakers, he's like, no, I like taking the guns first. Let's go through due process second. I'm like, whoa, that's a leap.
Isn't it weird too? And like people are like, yeah, we should just do that. And I'm like, if that had literally been any fucking other person who said that, we'd be all up in arms right now. But this piece of shit says it, and all of a sudden, it's okay.
Well, what doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense to me is like, I'm just as upset that came out of the mouth of a president as if it was any other president, because I'm like, the leader of our country should not be saying, hey, that right that you have, innocent until proven guilty, let's just suspend that for now.
Yeah,
let's just take away another constitutional right, and let's invade property ownership because we feel like it.
We'll just deal with the due process later.
That's not a thing that I want.
Take away rights now and then deal with it later.
Yeah, let's take away your rights now so that we can take away your rights, and then we'll deal with your rights after we've already taken your rights. Well, let's see where we go from there.
Everyone was worried about Obama coming for your fucking guns. It's gonna be Trump. He's
literally coming for your guns. Like, that statement is literally coming for your guns.
Yeah, and I'm
like, what the fuck?
The weird thing is, he's got people who are like honest, and like for once, I mean, like not that I'm ever on that fucking guy's side anyway, but like for once, I'm actually on the like, okay, well, wait a minute, that's actually not okay.
No.
Well, but that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that it came out of his mouth, it's like, wait a minute. Now who is he appealing to? Like, who is this appealing to? It's not appealing to his base. It's not appealing to...
No, because they're eating each other right now.
But at the same time, it's like you got all of these people who have been shouting on the social medias and who have been protesting. And by the way, another note, this is kind of squirrel-like attention span, but you got all these people mocking, like, or saying that these kids shouldn't be out of school protesting, like, oh, the NRA has blood on their hands, which first... I don't really think the NRA has blood on their hands. I think that's kind of irrelevant. The NRA didn't shoot anybody. Nick Cruz did. But if I was in school You bet your fucking ass I would be protesting so that I didn't have to go to school. The vast majority of these kids are protesting not because they care, but because they're getting out of school. Of course they're protesting. I would.
I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of them are upset too. But yeah,
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're upset, but like, are they really thinking through the fact that it's like, okay? Because here's the thing: if we talk about this issue in a way where it's like not in a sense of hyperbole, but like, let's get rid of the guns, right? Okay, that's where we are. I'm fine with this. For sake of argument, it's like getting rid of the guns is our plan. What is the step-by-step to do that? We either incentivize turning them in,
which I think that would be probably your best bet.
That's the best bet. But to all of the ones that are registered, because every time you buy a gun, it gets registered unless you buy it illegally, or you buy it from a private seller, and the private sellers may or may not, have you switch over the registration, but then you could follow it through. If it's a private seller that had a gun that had a serial number, you could track that serial number and then find the person who had it and then see who they sold it to. So the next step is to get all of the ones that were not turned in. And if that's where we are, that's fine. For sake of argument, let's go that route. So we physically remove all of the guns, even from people who didn't want to turn them in, ignoring any kind of constitutional stepping on, ignoring all that. So that's where we are. Is that where we're going to stop?
Do you mean like just in general terms of like gun collection, or
in terms of gun collection, but also in terms of solutions to perceived or actual crime problems?
I don't know. I don't know, but I guess we'd have to.
I like, just from the principle standpoint of like, if we set the precedent that we are okay with suspending not just the right of Second Amendment like gun ownership, but going further than that, the right of property ownership. And we're setting the precedent that if we want to solve a problem of like some crime happening with this certain type of property, even though the person that we're seizing this property from did not commit this crime, but the end is to stop this crime in entirety, so we're seizing the property from someone who did nothing wrong. Is that something we are okay with as a society? And that's just my question. I'm not saying that that's where this is going to go, but like, as a principle, are we okay with this?
Well, I think it depends on who you talk to. I think there are people who are going to be more than okay with that, and then the people who are not.
Well, I think
there's always going to be people that are going to go for the extremes.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're dealing in terms of principles, like, you have to ignore the extremes and look at the average person. Because, like, ask the average person if they're okay with that. And if they are okay with that, then are they really thinking about what if we decide that to solve all of drunk driving, we're going to reenact prohibition and take away all vehicles? So we're just going to repossess everyone's car to stop, people dying from drunk driving. And since we already agreed with the principle that seizing the property, the government seizing the property of someone that is in a crime, even though, let's say someone who's been 12 years sober and has a chip, we're going to take their car too. But that's the principle that we've set. I don't know where I'm going with this. Do you see what I'm saying, though?
That just sounds like just a dictatorship.
Well, but that's why it worries me, because you have a lot of people who are like all the people who are calling for the boycotts of the NRA and boycotts of businesses that have deals with the NRA. And then on the heels of all of this, you have, because that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's whatever. I mean, I don't really care what businesses do. But on the heels of all that, you have Trump saying, let's just take them first and go with due process later.
Which is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but the people that are boycotting the NRA and saying that the NRA have blood on their hands and the mere existence of guns is what's causing school shootings.
It's because
are
the
they
NRA...
going to agree with Trump on this?
I'd be surprised if they do, because the NRA has their hands in a lot of senators' pockets.
Well, but that's also why I wonder, like,
and they didn't used to be like that. The NRA didn't used to be like about making money. They used to be actually about gun control, being safe.
Well, I mean, they still technically are. When you think about like
they're leaning way more towards how can we make more money for guns.
I mean, yes, yes, but in the same vein, like you could have the companies that make models, right? Like they want to make more models, they want to make more money. You know
what?
More models?
Well, like a gun and a Gundam build are just a commodity.
Right. We're talking about guns and not a Gundam.
Well, no, yeah, but what I'm saying is the NRA does as an organization does not promote school shootings. The NRA as an organization does not promote unsafe gun practices. The NRA as an organization does not promote 12-year-olds going out and flailing their guns around in public and whatnot.
No, they don't, but they do persuade and try to convince people to purchase guns.
Yes.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, is that they're working for gun companies to persuade their members and people out who support them to purchase weapons.
Yes, but...
And they drive fear to purchase weapons. They've had advertising to be like, well, we need to defend ourselves against liberals. There was an NRA advertising like that. Where to be afraid of liberals, so go buy guns. That's my problem, is that, and then they give senators money to push lax gun laws.
Yeah, I guess
that's my problem.
I guess you could make the general overall
they're too influential to our government, where they should just be about being safely owning a gun and safely teaching about gun ownership, not
but when you say
getting into our politics. They have no business there.
Yeah,
there's no point.
And I agree they have no business in politics. But when you say lax gun laws, what do you mean by lax gun laws?
To lax our restrictions on guns.
But what specifically? What are you talking about?
If should any bill come up about somehow hindering that would somehow affect the sale of a gun, they would probably, it seems like they would just pay a senator to be like, no, don't vote for that. I'm going to give you some money and here's a couple $100,000. Vote no on this.
But that's what I'm asking for is specific examples, because I understand that people being mad at the NRA and the idea that they're in bed with politicians, because they are in bed with politicians in the same way that almost every major corporation, regardless of what their product is in bed with corporations. But when it comes to the NRA specifically, what is it policy wise that they have influenced that you're not a fan of?
Well, I guess it would be something more like basically blocking any sort of policy changes toward
that's what I mean.
Gun laws. I mean, and we're talking whenever something like this happens, and then we go, well, maybe guns are an issue. Maybe the way that we purchase guns, and how people get them, and the checks and balances that are in place maybe aren't that good. Perhaps we should start to investigate some correlations between gun ownership and this and that. Anytime anything like that is proposed or brought up, the NRA is immediately like, nope, we're gonna block that, and I'm gonna pay you guys off to make sure that you vote that down.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think it's more or less of that sort of influence.
Stopping progress on gun control, stopping progress on
because if the NRA was really about gun safety and
did before that, because like what do you have to worry about? If you're a law-abiding citizen, then you can be grandfathered into whatever program that the government comes up. What are you worried about?
I think the main and I kind of understand where a lot of people come from on this particular topic, but because I see what you're saying, and I do agree that that's not a good look for the NRA. But when something like this happens, like when something like what happened in Florida happens, like that kid was not an NRA member.
No.
And the kid was not, a registered Republican voter, which is what most people think of when they think of an NRA member. They think of a registered Republican voter. So when you think the average NRA member who probably hunts and goes to the range with their guns, and they collect gun things, magazines, modifications that are legal, whatever it may be. And you hear a lot of people decrying NRA members and gun owners. The average gun owner who is nothing like the person who committed the shooting is the one who's going to be affected by any sort of legislation that gets passed.
Well,
and so I think that's where a lot of the disconnect and like the can't meet, like where a lot of the people that just hear themselves being personally attacked come from, and they say, fuck off with this, like gun control, like get your hands off my guns.
Well, and I think a lot of the problem is how the situation is approached too. I don't think that like the NRA as an organization is helping, because
no,
the NRA as an organization should, if they really are for proper gun usage and everything that they say they are, they should be looking at situations like this and going, all right, well, there's clearly a problem, and we don't know what the problem is, but maybe we should, I don't know, look at it and address it. But instead, the NRA is like, nah, fuck it. Like, you don't do any of that shit. And I think people are, and they've been doing this for decades, and I think people are just getting frustrated, especially at the consistency and the rate in which these sort of situations are happening. But on the opposite end, I don't think the way that these problems are approached is necessarily constructive either, because people are very passionate about their guns, and that's fine. They have a right to their gun, and like, I don't have a problem with guns. I grew up with guns my entire life. I don't own one because I can't. I don't want them in my household ever, because for personal reasons and whatever.
I've hidden one under your pillow.
It's not me that I'm worried about. Yeah.
Your dogs. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, the dogs are the problem. No, in fact, since like everyone in my family hunts and like has like guns and stuff too. Discussing this with my parents, so they were like, who gets the guns and who wants what and this and that, and I straight up told my family, I'm like, I don't want a single one of your fucking guns. Yeah. Like, anyone else can have those. But that's not necessarily relevant. The point is, I don't really have a problem with guns. I just don't want them at my house. Yeah. I don't have a problem with other people having them. I think a lot of the problem is that when we get to this, it's either one side feels attacked and the other side is very vocal about it, and there's no like meeting in between where no one just like sits down and says, okay, well, there's clearly a problem here, and maybe we need to sit down and discuss it. And maybe the NRA is a problem with the way in which they've had political influence in sort of like blocking any means in which we could properly investigate how these things are done, which is ridiculous, because at the same time, Trump is meeting with video game studios because video games are the problem.
Well,
Because
if there's an update, they're not. They're not.
oh, well, good. I mean, the sheer fact that we've even
the ESA is like, we have not heard anything, and neither have our partners. No one has heard anything about that at all.
I should hope not, because that makes no sense.
Well, and that's the thing too, because everyone's like, oh, it's all the violent video games that are causing all these problems, and I'm like, okay, so here's where I'm running into this weird disconnect too. Is like, like, oh, Call of Duty is the problem because it's violent and it's encouraging people to go out and kill people, and I'm like, okay, so the game in which you go shoot things is the problem, but the actual item in which I can use to shoot things is not the problem.
Well, see, that is, I think, the bigger issue, right? Because like, I don't necessarily have a problem with any sort of like the idea of gun control. I have a problem with the idea of the actual government going door to door and taking something that people have, because then that is a actual element of it doesn't matter fascist or communist, but like, that's the first thing that a dictatorship does is literally disarm the citizens. But the idea that like I'm okay with making it harder for disturbed children to get guns. I'm okay with that. But I also want to know why. What was this kid's motivation for doing it? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I want to get inside his head so that I can understand why he felt like he wanted to do this.
Well, and there's bigger issues with that too. I mean, he had reported numerous times that this is the thing he wanted to do. He had told authorities that this is the thing he wanted to do. The school knew about it. All these like figures knew that this was the thing, and nothing was
that's the
done
problem
about it.
too, is that we don't take that shit seriously. Like, we don't take mental health seriously.
I think it goes beyond mental health though. Like,
Yeah,
not taking mental health seriously is one thing, but when the cops are called on one kid who says he wants to be a school shooter 39 times and they don't do anything, and then when the school shooting starts and all of the officers are waiting outside of the school for it to end, there's an extra problem there.
Yeah, and like, you know, it adds more problems too, because we're looking at like, well, if we just arm more people with guns, then maybe that'll be a solution to the problem. And I'm like, okay, well, if the building is on fire, my first thought isn't let's add more fire to the fire.
Well, I see what you're saying, but that's a bit of an apples and oranges comparison.
Is it though?
Because the enemy with a gun, when shot, does not continue to shoot.
No, but the problem is like, it's like, oh, well, if we just have more good guys with guns, and I'm like, there were 4 good guys with guns. Neither one of them ran in there to do anything.
Well, and that's what makes me wonder too. Is like because I understand why people who think things like this are false flag operations could happen. Because if the police stood down, I understand why people would say, "Oh, see, they were told to stand down by their superior." It's like, no, they're just freaking they're cowards.
Well, I don't think it's like.
You think a teacher with a gun is gonna go out there?
I'll tell you this much: if I was a teacher, now this is just me an anecdote, but if I was a teacher and I had a gun, I'd shoot that kid in the fucking head.
Well, you are well, the weird thing too is like, now we want to arm teachers with guns so that they can do.
I don't want to arm every. If my high school teachers had guns, about 95% of them would be useless.
Well,
I can tell you there is one teacher I had in high school. If he had a gun during a school shooting, he would take that kid out before he even had a chance to take 2 steps.
Yeah, I can think of about like maybe 2 teachers I had in high school that would have just popped that kid right in the face and
absolutely
not thought twice about it.
No problem, saved the day, and that would have been fine. But that's the thing is like, do you find the one teacher who actually has a military mindset? Like how hard is that?
Well, and that's we're bringing up like whole different types of issues too. So it's like we already dump everything on teachers and blame them for fucking everything. Like we
Yes.
expect teachers to just do everything, but then
astronomical amounts of things.
yeah, but at the same time we don't want to pay him dick for anything. Like
Yep.
No.
like you know how many times you know how long Maria's been teaching and like just now she's barely gonna be making 40,000. Like Jesus Christ Almighty, and that's not. That doesn't include the
Hold on,
amount of
wait a minute. You want pencils and books
Oh yeah, right.
and school supplies? No.
Yeah, now
Oh
you gotta
wait,
pay.
you want a gun and training? Sure. There you go.
Yeah,
Have some money.
you want pencils and erasers? Absolutely not. Oh, you need hollow points? Sure, go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Like we're
My-
gonna somehow manage to like budget that in, but
Well,
yeah, but
but
not like
like
actual like school supplies for these kids. Um, it's,
I
I
it's,
think
think at the end of the day, and this obviously I could be wrong, and I'm open to any sort of feedback. Which, by the way, Brett, thank you for entertaining my line of questioning earlier. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was like, but that's what I wanted to get at, which was like, what are the specific problems? Because like a lot of people that talk about issues like this, and I see them on Facebook, and I see them on Twitter, and I see them in real life, and they just throw out the blanket concern, but they don't actually have any specific examples. So thank you for presenting specific examples because that's helpful. When
Right.
to get to the bottom of a thing, you actually have to get to the specifics of it.
yes.
It's like, well, what's the problem? Oh, I hate this. It's like, okay, but why do you hate it? I hate it. Well,
I think it
that's
just comes
not
down
getting
to
anywhere.
like one side here's one thing, which is
Yeah.
you're gonna take away, all my guns. And the other side is hearing
well,
another thing. You
well,
don't
it
care
also
about
doesn't.
kids.
The thing is,
It
though,
doesn't
it's
help either when
But
you
it's like
have one side who is actually literally saying, "I want to take all your guns."
yes.
Because of course, like I mean, you have like the vocal minority that like literally reverberates, "I want all your fucking guns to be taken."
Well, but that's why I brought up earlier the whole point of like AR does not stand for assault rifle, and you have people arguing that guns are a problem who literally know nothing about guns, and so they think that a gun has a pistol grip. That brings up one thing in their mind, but they don't know what a pistol grip is.
Yeah, and there's I don't know. Like, I don't know. I grew up with
we
guns my whole
should.
life. Like I've
I
shot
got a
guns. Although
solution.
I've never shot an AR or anything like that. I've just shot like straight up handguns.
We should just ban all guns except for the Derringer.
The Derringer. All right,
Yes,
Merrill.
everyone just has
Fucking Merrill
Derringers. There
over
you go.
here. All right, Merrill. We got Brett Merrill.
Everyone just has the tiny little Derringer pistol, and there you go.
Here's the thing, though. It's like it's a multifaceted issue, and it's not just like because the thing is we could solve because an assault rifle ban is not going to actually solve gun violence
No.
when you take into account the fact that the vast majority of murders committed by uh, firearm are done by handgun, and they're in inner city neighborhoods that and these things don't go reported on the news that often because it's just everyday crime in a city.
Yeah.
So it's not as sensational as some fucked up wacko killing 17 kids in a school.
Well, and like, well, not only that, but it's like, the handgun, the pistol, or whatever. You shoot like one person with that, and like that's that. I'm not saying that's okay. It's just like the
Well,
the I don't know.
There's the
not
Vegas shooter
necessarily.
too,
Not
who had
necessarily. I mean,
who had
like the idea of a handgun, a handgun can unload, depending on the gun, can unload the same amount of bullets that a rifle can unload in the same amount of time because they're
I
both semi-automatic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to a degree, but like, what's the magazine size on like an AR-15 versus
a 9 mil.
like a 22?
It depends. I mean, if
22.
you get a Glock, I think the standard is like what, like 12, 14, and like the standard mag size in what was it like a standard AR Carmelite's like it's like 20 on the heavy side. If you get an extended mag, you can get like 40, but at the same time, it can only fire as fast as you can pull the trigger. And if you can keep it accurate for as fast as you're pulling the trigger, then like it's just the same as, you know, a
Well, and I
person
think
who's dead eye with a handgun.
yeah. Well, the thing is too,
It's
like
not as deadly.
I've never shot like an AR, so like
Uh
I have no
depends
idea what it's like.
depends on the gun, but a lot of those rifles, you have to be pretty damn strong to hold it steady. So even a bump stock is not going to keep it steady. Like that's the other thing when you talk about like bump stocks and other things on guns, like because I've shot a lot of rifles, and the only rifle that had zero kick to it was an FNP 90. Um, but that's a pretty expensive gun. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, you know, I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
a
the AR.
6-shot revolver baby.
Dude, those things, first off, those things I can't hit shit with a revolver.
No, are you shitting me? Really?
No, because it's all weighted down in the front. Like
Yeah.
if you give me a
Yeah.
Beretta or a Glock,
My
I can hit in the center mass every time. But a revolver, because I can't figure out how the
shit.
sights work.
My uncle had the dirty hairy gun. The
Fuck
same.
that thing.
That thing is. That thing, yeah, I didn't shoot it. I didn't want to shoot it because I was
The
too scared.
kick
But
on
he
that
shot
thing,
it.
dude.
He's
Like,
like,
woo.
yeah, he's like 250 pounds. He's big, like a bear, and it
Yeah.
pushed him back.
Yeah, like you have to be strong to keep it steady, and that's
Yeah.
the other thing. It's like,
Well, that's what's weird too. Like the revolver is actually what I favor, and like I'm actually not bad with it.
well, it's a good thing it only has 5 or 6 shots depending on the gun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's like in real life, the gun that I like is the same gun that I use in video games too all the time. Um, just a straight like fucking 5-shot revolver.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it's just I if we as a country want to ban guns and eventually over time get rid of all of them, I don't personally necessarily have a problem with it. I don't like the idea just because it sounds like it's infringing on my rights as a citizen, but at the same time, there's not really anything I can do to fight it, so I'm not going to put up a fight based on a principle because I can't do shit about it.
Well, and I don't think we're ever going to get to that point.
I think we
I
might.
think
It just depends. I mean, like, because you got to think, like, barring Trump, like, fucking ignore that guy. But the
I
next
try so
president,
hard to.
yes, the next president that we have, if that person wants to go ahead with and do that, um, I think I'm getting too old to care. I think I'm getting too old to fight. I think it's all it is. Like
I think really,
I have my principles, but I just like generally I just kind of keep my mouth shut in public whenever people are being.
I really think it should just be treated like we do with cars. You know, like have a license, and if you want something, I don't know, something like you have a license, you have insurance, and
Well, I mean, dude,
if you want something like the Armalite or something more high power, it'd just be like, you know, let's say you have to get for like a truck driver or a limo license. Like you
well,
have to get
but I mean, here's the problem with that.
to make
Though.
it
It's
more
like,
different.
do you know how many people? Because I living out in California, there's a lot of undocumented citizens out here in California.
Right.
And
I know. There's going to be a lot of there's going to
no, no,
be a
no,
lot of private
but
gun shit like that.
not even guns. Like most of them have cars because they buy them for cash from people who are selling their cars on the side of the road.
Right.
And they don't have insurance, they don't have licenses, they don't have anything. So when they crash them, they just walk away from the vehicle.
Right.
So like that's going to happen like cuz the restrictions are already aside from the age limit, like even when you go to like, well, not Dick's anymore cuz they're not selling them. But even when you go to Kroger and Walmart, you still have to go through a background check. Like you still have to be of whatever the age is in the state, and you still have to go through a background check. And the thing that's weird to me is like if you're on a no-fly list, you could still buy a gun.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
maybe
there's
that's like a provision we need to think about changing.
Yeah, I'm just saying
No,
something
make a
like
no
that.
shoot
I'm not
list.
saying exactly like a car, but I'm just saying something along
No, I
the
see, I
lines
see
of
what
that. Just
I see what your point is though. And
it's
I
just like it's way too damn easy. We treat guns like they're like a toy. That's that we don't respect them. That's the thing. We
Well-
don't respect them enough
well,
to
see,
treat them
here's
like
the
they're
question.
something serious.
We don't respect guns. Is it because we play video games as 8-year-old children? Where
So
we
does
use
everyone else,
guns
though.
as a tool?
So is everyone else around the world. They play
Yeah,
the
but
same games.
But they don't have guns in their country.
Yeah,
So
they
can't
do.
actually get them.
The UK Europe has guns. They can own them.
Not in the UK.
Yeah, they can.
Can't own a gun in the UK, can you? I was under the
Yeah.
impression that you couldn't. And that's
I
the
thought-
whole thing.
No,
they
in
ban-
Europe.
They banned guns in the UK. They banned guns in Germany. I know you can't have a gun in Germany.
Well, what about fucking Sweden? Like they all have guns.
They had guns.
They have guns, but the gun crime in Sweden is not an issue that people like to talk about. They have roving gangs of people with AKs, but that's a whole nother issue. Because that's a whole nother issue.
The UK banned guns.
I was fairly certain that the UK banned guns a long time ago. Like the police don't even have guns in the UK. They have billy clubs.
Firearms policy. Oh,
Can I buy a gun in the UK?
you can have shotguns and some rifles
Are you allowed to own a gun
and
in the UK?
handguns.
In the UK? Oh shit. Well, damn.
For firearms other than a shotgun, applicants must give police a good reason for wanting to own one.
Ah, a good reason for wanting to own one. Because they don't.
When we have no reason.
Well, see, that's the thing. We don't have
Look
a
at my
reason.
gun.
We have a Second Amendment. That's the reason in
Yeah,
America.
and we made
the
that
Second
when we
Amendment.
had like fucking muskets and shit.
Well, that's actually a common misconception because there were more things than just the musket back in the day, and they definitely were designing that for forward thinking of firearms. That's a whole thing.
Well-regulated militia against.
Well, not even the well-regulated militia, but I'm just talking about like the actual tech that they had back in the day. Like they had more than just like the single shot muskets.
Right, but just.
Well, but
it's
the whole reason is like so that there couldn't be like back in the day is like they were actually trying to keep whoever was in power scared of the citizens so that they didn't act against the citizens' will. And it's just kind of funny because even though we have the Second Amendment today, like if the government actually wanted to impose a dictatorship, they could, because they are well more.
Yes, I know. It's like
be.
I gotta keep my guns in case the government comes. Yeah, against drones, you're gonna fight against drones.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's just like a.
You guys are fucked. What are you
mind,
talking about?
It's just like a state of mind. It's like a thing. Like what if they ever actually repeal the Second Amendment? That's when they'll actually go forward with. Well, we're keeping you under lock and key. This is now Half-Life 2. But I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, you can own guns in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need a good reason.
Very very specific kinds.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm looking at like pictures. I'm like, there's a pretty decent variety of guns you can have.
Okay.
So I mean, they can have guns too.
Well, it's just also a question too of like, it's kind of irrelevant. Like I see a lot of people in this. This is just kind of weird to me. It's like when they compare like they're like, oh, in the UK they don't have guns in the UK and they don't have all these gun murders, and it's like, yeah, but that's irrelevant when you take into number of people that live in that country and other types of murder that happen in that country.
Yeah, well, I think
those are completely irrelevant issues.
Well, I think the point is like you can have a gun in the UK, and this stuff doesn't really happen because
Yeah.
these are the types of guns that they're allowed to have.
Yeah.
It
And a
makes
lot
you
of it comes
wonder.
down to not necessarily the type of gun, but it comes down to like the chamber size and the magazine size and things of that nature.
Well, the chamber is the chamber.
Right. Well,
And
like
the
I
bullet
mean,
size.
yeah, it comes down to like bullet size and
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the bullet size
Caliber.
would have anything to do with that.
Well, caliber.
Even the caliber. I mean, like the caliber is just like how far it's gonna go.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically just like weak sauce guns.
Yeah.
So if we can only have, like I said, everyone gets a Derringer. There we go.
Well, but
You
even
can
then,
have whatever gun you want as
You
long
just
as it's
have your little
fucking.
Derringer.
yeah, but bro, that wound is so much of more of a bitch to deal with because that bullet's not going to go all the way through. You have to dig
No,
around
it's
in there and get the
not.
bullet. That bullet's going to be stuck in you. You know how much harder it is to heal a gunshot wound when the bullet is in you? You have to dig that out and then heal the wound. If it goes through and through, you can just fucking plug that up and stitch it. Theoretically.
Good old in and out matter.
Exactly.
Then everyone just be out of ammo within like seconds.
Well, that's true because they have like a what, 2-shot?
Yeah, just boo, boo, boo. Oh shit.
Oh man. All right.
Or go with the fuck is that Chris Rock or is that Taylor Hughley? I don't know. Or Chris Rock. I don't know. Go with whoever made the joke.
It was Chris Rock where you charge for ammunition because if this guy dies, then they really wanted him to die
Yeah.
because they spent $500 a bullet. He's got $2,500 worth of bullets in him. All right, that's probably a good place to end. At least I gotta go.
Yeah, it's 11:30 on our end. My ass has got to go to bed.
All right,
Yeah.
make sure you stream this private
I got
because this is
commitments to
this
deal
is
with
a
tomorrow.
very depressing stream.
I would say it was insightful.
It was at the very end. Like friggin' 2 hours of let's cry about this.
Oh, I'm old.
Remember that time we almost made it somewhere in our band?
I was gonna make it, guys.
We would have hit the top 100
Of like the garbage charts.
Hey, those are good charts.
Of Yahoo
Well,
Music.
I think this is a good thing for the future. I think we'll do this in the future. I will not be making this public to anyone. So hope you all enjoyed watching while you can, because I'm gonna burn it.
That one person who came in.
Yeah. Thanks, Unicorn Hat Man.
Then we'll get just doxxed by Trump supporters. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to do. No, we didn't say anything bad about that. No, we were having a constructive argument.
No, we were.
We did. We reached a lot of
the crazy ones are really crazy ones.
like the jingle jams. That's what I'm calling them. The jingle jams.
All right. Well, until we do this again, take it easy. And
Take it easy.
hashtag
Bye.
Bait
Let's see if when Rico stops going live, if his camera comes back to normal.